Yes.
So what were you involved with when you went up to Mud Lake for that one? What did you have to do?
Oh gosh, we didn't have anything in the first place to pick the blasted thing up with. We had to go out and rent a cherry picker,
Oh boy.
Dear.
Remember
pick
seeing
it.
pictures of that?
turn it upside down and set it on the flatbed and bring it home.
How long were you up there?
Oh gosh, I think it was up there 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much.
Oh,
you're certainly
thank you.
Yeah.
And of course, were you the people that actually got him out of the crash? Or, I mean, did he stay in there 2 or 3 days? Or, you know, who got him out?
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, he crawled out.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought he was hurt a lot more than that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well,
Well, the canopy went off the thing and he
Yeah.
could climb out of the thing if
Yeah.
he needed to.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, tell me more about. Let me know more about your background and stuff. You know, what's your background? What led you to NASA and stuff?
Money.
Well, that's a good reason. That's a good reason.
I like that reason.
Yeah.
Well, I was in the Air Force at Edwards Air Force Base for many years. I don't know how many. And these folks kept talking about this funny looking airplane they had and all this kind of stuff. And one day there's a fellow came by, and damn if I can't remember who did.
I thought it was Clyde Bailey.
Clyde Bailey was involved and says, we got this new airplane and we need some folks to fix it and pat it on the butt once in a while. And that's how I got the job.
Yeah. But what time frame was that? It had been flying
my
for a while.
goodness. Oh, I can't remember.
Let's see, you were in the
Yeah, I
Air
was
Force
in
for
the Air
about 4 years.
Force.
That was in the 50s. So must have been late 50s.
Late 50s.
So you were there pretty much at the beginning of the program. Then. 59, 60 was the first flights and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, that's really neat.
But you did go in under NASA, not under the Air Force, working out there. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
It was actually under NACA.
NACA.
It was NACA.
NACA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I'd put it back before 58 then. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's right.
That changeover occurred on October 58. Yeah.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
You probably know more about this than we do.
Okay, you can interview me.
You weren't in the
You know,
No.
the funny thing about it's not funny. It's probably funny to some folks, but there's a hell of a lot of things that went on in my life that I have a little problem remembering.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
that's
had
good.
a stroke when I was 37. I know what it's like.
Oh yes.
Oh
yeah.
my, did you really?
Yeah. Yeah. She has a lot of problem with her memory and stuff because of that.
Yeah. Well, Larry, I think Larry a few years ago had some issues and we couldn't figure out what's going on. But we don't broadcast this, but he did have some TIAs, as it turns out,
Right.
and didn't even realize it. And so it was because of these. But he doesn't remember a lot of the good, the good times and the. But it was hard work, wasn't it, honey?
Oh, yeah. What was your official capacity? What was your job title out there?
Well, I was a grunt for a long time,
That's a good title.
but in the latter years, I was a chief of maintenance.
Okay. Were you crew chief on one of the aircraft? Or?
Yes.
He
Okay.
was crew chief of all three of
All
them.
three of them. That was something. Yeah, I was curious how that worked. If you were assigned to one aircraft, or did you do one aircraft at a time, or did you work on whatever aircraft needed to be worked on at that time?
It was a matter of what needs what
Uh-huh.
and what's the flight date and stuff like that.
So you could switch back and forth between
Yeah.
aircrafts and stuff. In fact, I've got one I brought with me here.
Oh my gosh.
We don't just mess around.
Yeah, that's right. You guys are serious.
Oh yeah. Sure, you had all the crew chiefs there late in the program. I think you're down on the
Yep,
end, I
there you
believe.
go,
Yeah.
With your buzz cut.
My
There's
bus
Charlie
cutting my
Russell.
cigar.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Charlie? Was Baker in this
No,
one?
yeah,
Yeah,
there
there
he
he
is,
is.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got my message about Charlie. You know, when I talked to
Yeah.
him, he says, you know, I'd love to talk to him, but Alice is really in a bad way, his
Yeah.
wife. So
Oh, I certainly understand.
yeah, but he and Larry and Charlie are just oh my gosh, that's Raz. That's Razkowski and Herm Dorr.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my, who's that?
Ralph Haley,
Oh, that's Ralph
Charlie,
Haley. That's
Bill Lovett, Alan.
Alan who?
Old man Alan, he was crew chief.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
you lived in down to.
Oh, Freddie Bob's father.
Yeah,
Oh,
Freddie Bob's
all right.
father.
Generations that we have out
Oh,
there. I retired from NASA also.
Oh, all right.
Yes. So I was out of Dryden for a while, but I retired from Stennis.
Well, that's Charlie Russell.
Charlie Russell's. Charlie's still around.
And this is LePage.
Oh, that's Bill LePage.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's Bill LePage.
I'll be darned.
And who's this one?
That'd be you.
The most important one, yeah.
In fact, Larry was telling me earlier that he was at one time your crew chief of 2 of the airplanes.
Yeah.
And then, and according to that award that he got, he was crew chief on all 3 at one point or another.
So it's Lorenzo then, is your given name?
He doesn't
Yeah,
broadcast
no,
it very
yeah.
much.
Oh, yeah.
My older brother didn't like me.
Yes, he named it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just call him Lorenzo.
Okay.
And Larry's name is actually Larry.
Yeah, I'm just Larry.
Oh,
Lawrence,
really?
yeah.
Now, see, people call him Lawrence. I mean, you know, just
Oh,
all the
it's
time.
a natural
He never-
thing, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Like, sorry, just Larry.
Just Larry.
I've been informal since birth. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Although when I was growing up, Larry was a very popular name, I guess when I was around the time I was born, because like going through grade school and junior high and stuff, I remember we had like 3 Larrys in a class of 30. We had like 3 Larrys. So that
Wow.
was fun, yeah.
And you all had the same birthday.
Well, no, close. Actually, yeah, well, not the other Larrys, but I know on our block we had 3 people with the
Oh
same
my
birthday.
gosh.
Yeah.
What
If
are
you
the
guys
chances
won't
of
tell
that?
anybody, I'll tell you what my nickname was.
Okay.
Did you
No,
remember?
oh, yeah, I know what it is.
Oh.
Bo?
Oh, now remember, Larry grew up on a farm in Alabama. One of 16 kids.
Ah.
So
Wow.
his dad read out of names, apparently.
We're at in Alabama.
Between the town called Childersburg and Sylacauga,
Okay, definitely.
that area.
Fayetteville. I don't even think it exists
Oh,
anymore.
okay.
Okay.
Fayetteville.
I know the Huntsville area. I've been down to Huntsville many times, so
Yeah.
that's
My
pretty much
dad,
Right.
the only area I know too much.
my dad ran a grist mill in Talladega Springs, Alabama for I don't know how many years, and he also had a farm out in the country, and that's where we spent our time.
Well, I haven't heard the expression grist mill for a long time.
Yeah.
I know that you don't hear it. Yeah.
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 Well, he made it put a lot of bread on our table.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'll do it. Yeah. Yeah. You were in. What was your job in the Air Force? What would you do in the Air Force?
Crew chief most of the time.
What aircraft?
X-15.
No,
You know what?
before the
Yeah.
X-15.
I think there's a whole list. I'll get that.
Oh,
for you.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Because I always thought this was an interesting plaque he got.
Oh, okay.
Oh my.
Yeah.
You're important. You're more important than you know.
Yeah. No, I was curious about your time before that when you were in the Air Force. You said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you work on there? Were you in the back in Korea or anything?
No, I was at Edwards
Oh, you were at Edwards the whole time.
Oh,
Okay.
on the airplanes there.
Oh, okay.
We
Okay.
had the, let's see, I was in the big, they got 2 or 3 big hangars. I was in one of the big hangars down there.
Oh, okay.
Our menagerie was hidden away in one of those big hangars.
Okay. So you spent all your time there at Edwards and then just switched over from Air Force to NASA pretty much. And,
Yeah, I spent all my time at Edwards. Actually, I think I told you this, but I was about ready to be drafted,
oh,
and I joined up. I says,
okay.
I'm not too sure I want to be in the Army. So I ran down to the old recruiter, and he says, "Yes, sir. Sign here."
This is, no, I thought for some reason they're aircraft, but this
Oh,
is,
no.
this is, yeah, let me see, I think it was something else that he had.
Oh,
that
my.
Listed that, but I cannot remember.
Oh,
Maybe it's
yeah.
one of these.
Wow.
He's got too much stuff.
Yeah, we got too much stuff.
Yeah. Basic
You
training at
haven't been
Lackland
to
Air
our
Force
place.
Station. Yeah, I went through the same basic training. I was in the Air Force for 7 years. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, oh yeah, know Lackland very well. Oh yeah, very cool. Oh,
that's-
Kwajalein,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
You were down in Kwajalein?
No,
Oh, yes.
not me.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Very cool.
Oh, this is just where the aircraft were stationed.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Carefully
that's
lay it down
nice.
there. Yeah. Okay. So what are your, what was your real job function on the X-15? What were you responsible for? I mean, crew chief, you're sort of the overall aircraft guy.
I was it.
Okay.
In other words,
You take-
when people did things, they had to come to you to say, okay, check me out and make sure this is okay?
Yeah, but I was not NASA had an inspection department, and no matter what we did, and that was the best thing happened to me in well, all of our lives. There were people that looked at this airplane with different eyes than we did.
Okay.
Yeah. So did you have a group of people working under you, or is it a shop that worked together, or how did that work?
No, the crew chiefs had a crew,
Okay.
and sometimes more than one.
Okay.
Was Dave Stoddard and people like that in your crew?
No,
He was rocket shop.
Dave was in a shop.
Okay.
Yeah. So you were out on the line all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you, or were you always at Edwards, or did you fly to like Beatty or anything like that, or
Only
any
when
of the
they
lakes?
crashed.
Yeah.
But we didn't fly, we had to drive.
Oh, well. That's good because you could have crashed.
You know, Larry talks about his position as being chief of maintenance, but actually the other positions, I think that's because he identifies the most with that particular position.
Right.
But after that, he was the deputy director for flight operations for Dryden. And then right before you retired, you worked on the NASP program, the National
Oh, yeah.
Aerospace Plane
Ah,
program.
X-30.
yes,
yeah.
the one that died.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yes.
did. It did.
Oh, yeah.
But in addition to that, he was on there were three of you who went to Kennedy Space Center to transfer knowledge on the aircraft side to the space side relative to the what they call the process, the flow, whatever. And so he and Charlie Baker and
Okay.
Jim Phelps. I don't know if you are familiar with Jim Phelps.
I know
but-
the name, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So three of them went from Dryden to Kennedy Space Center for 3 months and served in that
only-
capacity.
The only reason I know the name Jim Phelps is Impulsive Emissions.
Yeah. Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah, same.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Same Jim. Well, yeah, Jim.
Yeah, same guy. Yeah. He had another job you're not supposed to talk about.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
But he's since retired.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that trip to me was very interesting because folks didn't realize what the hell we were doing and how dangerous it was for that feller sitting in a seat.
Unfortunately, that was a Challenger. That was the Challenger mission that they were.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, who would have thought we'd have another one too with Columbia?
I
They
know.
didn't learn anything the first time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's nothing worse than not learning the lesson and losing more people. Yeah.
Just to get back, some of the other airplanes that Larry worked on were the KC-135, of course the B-52, the F-100A, F-100C, F-104A, F-102, the 101A, the B-47A. I don't know if those were with the Air Force or if some of those were with the Air Force or some of those were with NASA as well. Of course, the B-52 X-15, that was with NASA.
Right.
But
He worked on a great variety of aircraft. That's for sure.
Bunch, yeah.
Yeah. When did you retire out there?
It was 91.
91? Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Decided I needed to chase this lady around the country.
It looks like it was worth it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it's always been fun. There's never a dull moment with Larry. So,
That's what she always
Gee, I
tells me
can-
too. Yeah.
The
yeah,
same thing.
and isn't it nice? That is really a nice thing.
It comes with the name, right? If you're Larry, that's what you get. Right?
I don't know about you, but with my Larry came a cat.
Oh, really? No,
Oh,
no.
yes.
Ah, you still have the cat?
Oh, yes. He
Wow.
is almost 14 years old. He's a Maine Coon.
Oh my gosh, those are
Beautiful
neat
cat.
cats.
Huge.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of hair. A lot of
Yeah,
hair.
A lot of hair.
yeah.
And he's going to be very ticked off when we get home late tonight.
Yes.
He doesn't like. He won't go out in the morning. He'll only go out like later in the afternoon. So if we leave early, then he's stuck till we get home at night. So he'll let us know when we get back tonight.
Oh my
His
gosh.
displeasure, but
Oh.
he's a beautiful cat. But we have a lot of fun with him. Yeah. You say you retired out at NASA too. What was your job?
Well,
out there?
actually, I worked at Dryden for a while, and then
Okay.
I transferred to Stennis Space Center in
Oh,
South
okay.
Mississippi, and I was an executive. I was a
I
director
just
there.
back there a few months ago. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Who did you talk to? Anybody in particular?
I was back there. I did this great giant trip last May. Actually, it was So May, June, and it was just sort of. It's like I got all these things I need to do for the X-15 book. So I just sort of put everything together on one trip and just got in the car and started driving. And Stennis was one of the places along the way. I was in Louisiana, Alabama,
Yep.
Florida. I was 7,300 miles in 23 days of driving. So
Wow.
that was a hell of a trip. Yeah.
Went to visit Grace Walker.
Yeah. No, that she wasn't on that trip. I went up
Oh.
and saw Grace. She's up here north in Reedley.
Oh,
Sorry.
And that was my.
Oh, Adams. I'm sorry, Adams.
I went to. I saw Frida Adams, Mike Adams, widow, and a couple of his, the kids and stuff. I've met his
Oh,
brother before. He's
great.
up in Sacramento, and Bob White. I talked to him previously, but only through correspondence. I never actually had to sit down interviews. Like the only pilot that was still alive that I hadn't actually sat down. So that was like my great thing. And he's all the way over in Florida, so that was my farthest point, was getting over to him and then coming back. So.
my gosh.
So it was pretty cool. Yeah, I've interviewed 9 of the pilots, and unfortunately, several of those are now no longer gone.
No longer gone?
Or
No
no
longer
longer
here,
here.
yeah.
No longer gone?
Yeah.
I hadn't had any sleep either, so that's okay.
Guess not.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
We understood that.
oh yeah. Well, it's all downhill on the way home, so just put it on
Autopilot.
autopilot.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, it's been great fun and stuff, and I've just met some great people and things, and just curious, just your overall impression of the program. Just being part of the X-15 program. How did you feel being a part of that? The people you were working with, the pilots.
Well, I thought it was the cream of the crop myself. I mean, I'd been kicking tires on all kind of other aircraft, and all of a sudden here you are staring at F-15 or X-15 in the eyeball and say, God, this must be a lot of fun. And it was. Of course, I'm kind of a guy that I think I've said this already, if it's not fun, don't go. So,
Gee, that sounds familiar.
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
it?
best way to do it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you always get people that sit there and complain, I hate going to my job every day. It's like, well, then why are you doing that
Yeah.
job?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Larry was always a role model in that regard, because you had, 40 and a half years when he retired.
Oh.
And pretty much all at one installation, 4 years with the Air Force and the rest with NASA. And he loved it. I mean, he just thrived in it. And it was always something I thought, everybody should have a job like this.
Yeah.
That they just are so excited about it
Yeah.
that, you look forward to it every day.
There was never a dull moment. And
Yeah.
things were happening in my bailiwick where I hung out most of the time.
And the thing is, they played so hard too. It
Yeah.
wasn't just working. It wasn't just working hard.
Oh, are you going to tell all that?
Oh, please. Oh, please.
Oh, yes, please, please. That's what we want to hear.
It was. I mean,
That's
you
what-
guys never, I mean, you must have been sleep deprived for years.
Well, I'm not too sure of that.
The one.
We had a bar here and there that we stopped in.
Yeah.
That you slept in?
Juanita's.
Oh, yeah, Juanita.
Oh, you heard about Juanita's?
Oh, yeah.
What was the one right on the first as you came into town?
I really don't know, honey, because I
There was
was,
another one there too.
oh, that was, oh, what's the name of it? Well, heck, you go all the way back to Poncho's place. But I don't know if you were with NASA then or if you were Air Force. Poncho Barnes.
I was with Edwards, now and NASA.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You mean when she says, "Okay, Raskowski, you put that guy down, I'll wipe you out."
That's Raskowski right here. Yellow Raz, the other crew chief, yes.
Okay.
They got a little, yeah, I think they got a little out of
Got a
hand
little
at
carried
times.
away.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, tell me about some of your fellow crew chiefs here. Yeah.
Well, they're not a heck of a lot of them are rowdies.
Yeah.
Oh, please, Larry, come on now.
Charlie Wessel is a feller that was raised right out here, not too far. Up
Have you
north
talked to
there.
Charlie Russell?
No, but
No.
Roger Barnett
Barnaky?
just mentioned it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He was always, I mean, he's always been kind of a quiet, not like the rest of you guys, but
And this was, let's see,
Bill LePage.
Bill LePage. He lived in out in the boonies over there, going toward what's the little town over there? Had a little, I think he had a little ranch out there. And this was Mr. Allen. He lived in the crossroads west of Edwards. In fact, his kid worked out there too.
He was Bob Allen Jr. was
Yeah.
a technician.
This is Mr. Bill Lovett.
Uh-huh.
He lived here in town. Raz
Raskowski.
lived in town. Charlie Baker, at the time, I'm not too sure where he lived, but
He was on the east side.
he came down from the little college, Reedley College.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, Larry, I think that Charlie left here
Yeah, I
after
did.
Mike Adams died
Yeah.
and just quit NASA. He just couldn't, and went to Reedley and was there for almost 11 years, I think, and then decided to come back. So,
There's a lot of people that went up into the Reedley area.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they did a lot of recruiting there for
Yeah.
the techs.
Yeah, there's several people up there that I've talked to. Brace Walker lives up there, and there's a couple other guys from the X-15 program I met up there. So
Oh, yeah.
it's interesting that everybody seems to gravitate to that one little town. It's not a town that a
that's
lot of people have
interesting.
ever heard of. And
Yeah, not
there's,
very big.
there's a little conclave of X-15. It's a cult up there. Yes. They have their secret handshake.
I think one of the funniest things about Raskowski and Larry that I remember, and I was a student aide at the time. I worked during the summers, and the two guys shared an office right on the ramp. And now this was a time when, I mean, anything you could smoke in the offices, you could do any of that stuff. And I can remember walking in, and I was maybe 17 or 18 at the time, and I was working in personnel, so I had to talk to these guys about something. And of course, they didn't want to waste time with administrative folks. So I walk in, and these two guys had their legs, they had desks, and they had their legs up on their desk, and they're smoking cigars. And it was a cloud of blue. I couldn't even see them. As I walked in, it was like, Mr. Barnett, are you there? And Larry on the other side says, yeah, I remember when you walked in, all we could see were legs.
Oh, no wonder you married her.
But that was the typical thing. I mean, these guys. I mean, what you saw was what you got, and it was a really neat time actually.
Yeah.
But
You guys were out in the boondocks. There wasn't a lot of world around you. You know, out in your own little world. Yeah.
that's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So when you joined the Air Force and they assigned you out here, so this is your first time you've been out here to California, to the desert?
No. Let's see, I was in California when I joined the Air Force.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you
I had-
moved out from Alabama.
and I had a job at a foundry in Vallejo. Vallejo?
Vallejo.
Vallejo.
Okay.
He was living with an older brother and his wife.
Ah, I see.
And I was about to get that little piece of paper that says, come see me, and I said, oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
So I went down to the old recruiter, and he says, well, go home, pack your gear, and see you tomorrow. It was that quick. I was on
Yeah.
my way to.
Off to lovely Lackland.
Gee, this also sounds real
I
familiar.
know, yes. Oh, yes.
Did you do that too, Larry?
Oh, yeah. I was in the Air Force for 7
gee.
years. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, I was stationed up in at Fairchild in Spokane.
Oh.
I worked on missiles up there. So,
Ah.
yeah. Had my interesting stuff. Yeah, if you go to my website, you can check my
I
history
will.
page. It talks about that stuff. Yeah.
That's
And you'll
great.
see a thing about the Air Force service time and stuff on there. So.
Ignore a lot of it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay.
No, I don't want you getting in trouble.
All right.
But I think that during this time frame, I think a lot of things happen in aviation that they're still gaining knowledge,
Mhm.
and I'm kind of glad to be a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you were there during an amazing time, that's for sure. There was
Oh,
nothing like it
yeah.
before or since, I think. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, absolutely. You still keep in touch with a lot of your friends from the NASA days?
A few when we have this meeting at down
The
here.
breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Breakfast.
the monthly breakfast.
And
Yeah.
a lot of them still come there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, now talk about, you ought to come to one of our breakfasts.
We have.
I've been there
Oh, you
before.
have?
Yeah.
Oh, we must have
We
missed
have.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't it, I mean, talk about legends in all in one
Oh,
room.
yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
and the stories. It's amazing to me. I like to just go there and listen to them talk.
Well, one of the things that came out of that is we did an interview. We actually got 17 guys in a room together and sat
You
down to an
mentioned
interview.
that.
And so that came out of that breakfast.
Oh.
And that was a lot of fun.
Oh, old Larry's is a legend at NASA.
Oh, yeah?
Damn right, it's got a street named after him.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear about that? Barnett Boulevard?
That was
Oh,
about-
too funny.
How did you get? They're not supposed to name streets after people who are still alive.
This is on the ramp. This is on the runway and the ramp.
Yeah.
Oh, it's out right in front of NASA.
No, it was the back where your office used to be.
So
In
what-
fact, how did that come about? Some smart Alex who worked for you put up a post or signpost,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and it was there for the longest time. In fact, it made it to Edwards Air Force Base maps.
Oh, yeah?
Street maps. And oh my gosh, there's Barnett Boulevard. You know? And in fact, in a recent Express article, they're talking about how they picked specific days in the past, and they said the day that Barnett Boulevard was created. And
Right.
it was because he owned the ramp. You see, Larry owned the ramp, so
I see.
yeah. So they figured he was.
Well, the
about-
government left left me in charge of it. I didn't own it.
Oh, yeah. You owned it, dear.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing. You could do nothing without Barnett's approval of the ramp.
All
All
right.
right.
What did you do that had to be approved?
What did I,
You twiddled your fingers.
what did I, I didn't get a hell of a lot of approval.
Well, you just went ahead and did things.
Yeah.
You know, that's true.
A lot,
Yeah.
my saying was, if it's not, what's this? I say, if it's not worth doing,
Yeah.
Well, I think you always said also that it was always easier to. Well, no, you just did your own thing. You didn't ask for permission. You
Yeah.
just
it's easier
just
to
did
get
it.
out of trouble than
Oh,
it is
yeah.
to get in.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Did you have anything to do with the engines, like the people that were loading up the peroxide and things like that? Anything like that? Did you have to okay what they
When they
did?
came into the area where the X-15 was, the crew chief was a senior guy, and he was God. No matter
So you're
where
God.
those other guys came from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you had to have it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's just that if you're not having your eyes open and it doesn't take a very long time to go pow, and you're gone.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that was one of the things that when they come out there to do things to your plane, you made damn sure that they knew what they were doing and you were there watching.
Was there anybody ever that, you know, kept fouling up something and you'd have to, you know, say,
Take them out back.
don't do this again?
No,
Everybody?
they didn't last that long if it had.
Ooh, all right.
I mean, there was other places they could work
Yeah.
except aircraft.
Yeah, especially not X-15. You're on the pinnacle of it there. So
Yeah.
only the best guys I'm sure got into that program. Yeah.
There was something you had to pay attention to, that's what
Oh,
I'm
sure.
sure.
Yeah.
What was that story about the peroxide anyway? I mean, that one incident, you probably heard about this, but it was obviously a very potentially highly explosive situation. But I heard you and Charlie talking about that once, about filling up the tanks, and there was, I can't even remember the specifics of it, but it was.
No, I don't think we filled up a tank. I think we jettisoned about 20 tons of it over the side of the parking area.
Oh,
And I think everybody was walking around very carefully that day.
that doesn't
This was
sound
before
good.
EPA's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you were out in the middle of the desert.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Why did you want to jettison so much peroxide?
What the hell, you can't throw it in the hangar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We live over by El Toro Marine Base,
Oh, one of the
And,
biggest toxic dumps in the world. over there.
Yeah. and they're trying to build make a park out there, and it's like we can't.
Well, they can. They just got to.
Well.
They have to bury the toxicity
Yeah.
down deeper to make the park on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's supposed to be one of the worst sites in the country.
Yeah, that's what I had heard.
Yeah.
Recently, in fact, there was some kind of a big expose about that recently, I
Yeah,
thought.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're about 5 miles from there, so.
Oh, dear.
Oh yeah,
And
nice to live near a toxic waste dump. Yeah,
I think
But
the
it
Air
was-
Force did a good job on policing that.
Yeah.
What you were using in the dump van and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I really do.
yeah.
Those guys were on the ball.
Mm.
You know, I think one of the things that you mentioned when we talked on the phone, Larry, which I think is great, is you're getting the perspective of the technical folks, or as Larry calls, you know, the grunts.
They were right. Yeah.
Because that, you know, and I saw it too. I mean, working with the agency, the people you always saw were the pilots. You know, they were the front people.
Oh, absolutely.
But when it came right down to it, the people who owned the airplanes were these guys. And everybody deferred to them, as they should have. And the crew chiefs, I mean, that was their plane. If they said yes, okay. If they said no, you know, no way were you going to do whatever, you know. And what was really neat was when Larry moved out of maintenance and moved into higher level management, he moved into the Deputy Director of Flight Operations position, which always, prior to that time, was a pilot, wasn't it? And, but, so he was the very first technical person to ever move into that kind of a position, which made it very interesting because as deputy, he was in charge of the pilots as well. You know, he was in charge of all the technicians. Well, he and his boss, Tom McMurtry in this case. Have you talked to Tom, by the way?
No.
Tom McMurtry? Okay. But anyway, he, you know, Tom was a pilot. Larry was...
Is a pilot.
Yeah, but he's retired. But at the time, he was a pilot, and he hired Larry to be his deputy. And it was really neat to see how that worked, because for the first time ever, they had a person in a managerial position, which was almost, you know, traditionally typically upside down. You know, you always had this certain elite group, and then you know, the technicians were always at the lowest rung or close to it.
Yeah.
And it was a totally different perspective that Larry gave to that whole organization, and it was really something to see.
Yeah.
And now in space, that's what they do. You know, the head of the astronaut training is always an astronaut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's now I think Larry's been the one and only. I don't know if I don't know, your successor was an engineer, a flight engineer.
Yeah.
But I think he's the only one that's been in that position at that high level within flight operations with a technical background.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
That,
Well, it shows a lot of the different emphasis that was put. If you go back into
Yes.
the 40s and the early 50s and stuff, of course, it was all the pilot's world. You know,
Right.
look at the difference of somebody like Yeager, obviously, seat of the pants flyer, doesn't have a college degree, none of this stuff, into like the era of the X-15 and the chief test pilot. That, you know, originally was Scott Crossfield,
Yep.
an engineer and stuff like that, and so it's definitely looking more at the engineering side, the technical side, instead of just go out and fly it. You know, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the X-15 was definitely a very technical aircraft, I'm sure, and a very complicated aircraft. Yeah.
It needed tender loving care.
Yeah. Could you tell me about, it's like if you were getting ready for a flight, what would be, you know, the normal activities you would be participating in to get an aircraft ready for flying?
The crew chief.
Yeah.
I always laid out the chores that I wanted my crews to do in the bright early morning before sunlight and all that, and those guys were responsible for that chore, no matter what. And then the inspector come by and looked at it, and we never had any problems that I was aware of.
Yeah, you made sure it was all done before the inspector would get out there, yeah.
It all depend on the person that was doing it. If you knew through experience that he was a damn good guy and he did his work properly, very seldom you would have to look over his shoulder.
Yeah. And nowadays it's like if you work on the space shuttle program, you've got, you know, this guy doing the job, this guy watching the guy doing the job. And,
Triple redundancy.
oh, it's just, yeah, there's actually
Yeah.
about 4 layers, I think.
4 now.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
We went down to the space world, was it in Kennedy?
Yeah, we just talked about that.
Yeah,
That was
but-
in 85.
We were trying to convince them that they were really screwed up. They didn't know what they were doing. Don't quote that.
I think everybody already knows it.
Yeah. After.
But they were just spending a lot of time on the wrong things. And it made them look good, but
Yeah.
it wasn't too good for what they were doing.
Yeah, definitely lost sight of the mission, so to speak. And,
Yeah.
yeah, you can get so bogged down in some of the technicalities and whatever, and you miss the whole picture, what you're trying to
Yeah.
accomplish, yeah.
What they had in it, not only in the X-15 program, but all these other programs, was everything was so streamlined. There was no wasted effort, and there's always the safety issue, obviously, but there wasn't overcompensation for that to the point where you run budget up and you run resources, this manpower up and all that.
That was another thing that if you're making some kind of book or whatever, the inspection folks were damn important. Just absolutely, you couldn't get along without them. So say what you like about them, but they are absolutely a necessity,
Yeah,
and it made me sleep easy.
yeah, that's good. I know a lot of times you see there's an adversarial type of thing between the
That's
inspectors.
typical,
It's
yeah.
like, what can we get away with that they're not gonna find or
Right.
something, and, yeah. So,
And not only on the part of the technicians. I mean, we have a really good friend of ours who's a retired flight ops engineer from Dryden, and we were talking about Larry Bisquiart, who he's now retired, but he was one of the inspectors. And our friend Herb said, I hated, to this day, this was many years ago, yeah, I hated that guy's guts. He cost us a lot of money, and he this and he that. But that was the kind of relationship that you typically found,
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately. So your
Well-
attitude was kind of different. I mean,
Well, Herb was an office pogue, and his job was to make sure that he flew on the date that they were supposed to. He wasn't making sure that the damn airplane was fixed.
Well,
well, I think they ran into that problem on Challenger, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, got to fly the schedule and
Yep.
not worry about if it's ready to fly it or not, yeah. That's where you start losing losing people. Yeah.
We, was it Kennedy? Where did we go to see if we could talk some sense into those guys?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes, dear, it was
Yeah.
at Kennedy Space Center.
Kennedy Space.
Yeah.
We went down to try to convince them that they had a damn good operation going, but they've missed a few things
Yeah.
here and there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that came to a screeching halt. I was in Washington D.C. at the time and got a call and saw it on TV and I went, oh gee. Called Larry and he had already headed for the airport. You were out of there. So yeah, it was a
Bad time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was an interesting time. I was in the, I was covering the Voyager mission at JPL
Oh,
at that time.
Yeah.
And in fact, that was the day of the Challenger was actually supposed to be the last day of the Voyager encounter at Uranus. And so all of the major press people in the whole country were all there at JPL.
Yikes.
Nobody was down at the Cape for it.
right.
So it's like if you ever go back and see a lot of the footage from that time and they go to their regular space commentators and stuff, you'll notice that, Voyager's behind them, not the space shuttle launch pad.
Yeah.
'Cause they had to
That's-
cut to the west
oh.
coast. Nobody was there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that Larry was on the launch control complex and about 15 feet from the families when that thing exploded. And of course, Ellison Onizuka is a family friend of ours.
Oh.
Yeah, he was from the Big Island, same as my father. So I knew Ellison really well. But anyway, yeah, that was not a.
Yeah.
But I mean, out here, there have been tragedies too, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
talk to the widows. And,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I still think it's truly amazing that the X-15 program had such a safety record for the high performance that was going on. I mean, over double the previous speed of a manned aircraft. And yet, to have only one fatality, it's horrible
Yeah.
we lost one person, but only one out of 199 flights of that type of aircraft is
It's
just
remarkable.
darn amazing.
Yeah, that's
Well,
amazing.
there was a bunch of dedicated folks out there
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah.
Were you around when Joe Walker crashed?
Yes, you were.
Yeah, yeah.
Were you, well, of course, he wasn't in the X-15,
Yeah, he left that program.
yeah. But do you remember anything about it? Do you remember hearing about it? And it's like, oh, no.
Well, everybody was very sad that day. It was a real tragedy.
Yeah. And only 15 months later when we lost Mike Adams on the X-15 program. Were you involved in any way in the investigation into that? Or what was your
They
job?
wouldn't let you.
Oh, yeah?
If you were involved in the maintenance and stuff like that, you were out.
Oh,
And that's good.
yeah, yeah.
Well, but they didn't even interview you, or
Oh, yeah, they interviewed you, but
Yeah.
you didn't
participate in.
Right.
any great decisions about it. This went and
Right.
that was,
Yeah.
And Mike Adams was Air Force, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he was active duty Air
Right.
Force when he.
Yeah.
Okay, because I never knew him, so
Yeah. That was him and Pete Knight and Bill Dana and stuff that were, the guys flying at the time. Yeah, Pete had just had the one just before him. That's so bizarre because it's like the pinnacle of the X-15 program, of course, is always considered to be Pete Knight's
Right.
speed flight, the 6.7 flight, and the very next flight they have the lowest point of the program. So, yeah. And then after that, once they started flying again, it was just between Pete and Bill, and they just fly each other, every other flight. And then finally trying to get the last flight off with the snowstorm or anything. Were you out there the day
Yes.
they tried to get that off?
that's,
A snowstorm
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
out here?
No.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Was it here?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was up in Beatty.
No, it's at Edwards.
Oh, I didn't know
oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that must have been weird.
Were you out there on the tarmac for the plane and stuff? Or-
Yes,
Uh,
that's where I hung out most of the time.
oh, okay.
Oh,
I mean, if you're gonna be in charge of something like that, you better be there,
yeah.
not
Well,
sitting in the hangar looking at it.
Yeah. Just tell me when the flight's over. It's okay.
ooh.
Yeah. What was it like that day? I mean, here was you knew the program was coming to an end. Everybody was really hoping to get that 200 flight off, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the sky opens up with a snowstorm in the middle of the desert.
I think everybody kind of kicked back and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So different in the desert.
It's something that you don't see very often, and
What are you gonna
you
do?
don't fly airplanes in a snowstorm anyway.
That's
so.
true. Everybody got a snow day at Edwards. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got a pit. There's not much available from that day, but I've got one shot that shows it up on the pad or up on the wing, and everybody's all gathered around, and the snow is just pouring down.
Wow.
It was a real fluke.
Yeah. Yeah. I talked to Paul Bickle about that, and he was saying how he was down in the control room, and so he didn't know what was going on. And, are you guys ready to fly? You know, it's like, well, Paul, it's snowing out here. And that's what he finally said, that, okay, somebody's trying to tell us something.
Yeah.
It's time to shut down the program.
I don't think they had a choice.
Yeah.
I think those guys out there had shut it down way before they thought about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He just made the official decision. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, yeah, Paul, we know. Yeah. Yeah.
It was, one of the things that I was really proud of working at that facility is there were a lot of folks there that could have made mistakes and stuff like that, but they always got their buddy to look in, make sure that the right thing was going on. Was you didn't go out there and make a big mess of something and close it up. And it was not a requirement of folks to do that. It just that it was the environment.
The teamwork, my gosh.
The pride.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is. And it wasn't a job, you know, it was really a part of them.
Yeah.
that's one of the things that Roger Barnett kept saying, is that the one thing that he remembered the most was the camaraderie. And you're all a big family.
Boy, if you didn't believe that, you should stop at Juanita's every night.
Yeah.
You know, that was a thing. I mean, we used to have, we talk about the flight parties we used to have out there. I mean, fantastic things where if there was a successful flight, well, actually we were always looking for an excuse for a flight party, but there would be a big thing at the Longhorn. No, first it was LeBasque, wasn't it? And then it was the Longhorn. And it was just one of those things where it was a celebration, you know, and everybody would get together. It was typically on a Friday, and he was usually the primary organizer. But I mean, and this went all the way to the early shuttle days. And I remember, you know, Dick Truly and Joe Engel and all those folks, and you know, we would just go out there, and everybody was so tight. I mean, it was just really a neat time. It was just a celebration, really, you know, of a good week's work or a successful first flight or a new record of some sort. You know, it just it's great.
Do you remember anything about a party and punch
Oh, at Paul Bickle's place?
and a lot of booze? A lot?
I don't think I participated in that party.
Are you
That's the official story, yeah.
okay?
Are any of these places still around, or the buildings, Juanita's, any of that stuff?
No, I think Juanita's is gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Longhorn, more recently, the Longhorn on Avenue I is still open.
Still there?
I can remember when we had a shuttle party, and the fire department, the firefighters showed up because we were over capacity. Oh, remember that? And they came in with their gear and their axes. You know, we gotta clear out this building. And so we had to actually spill out into the desert. And then they left, and we all spilled back in. And that was a time that you collected money for like 7 kegs or something like
Oh,
that.
my
Oh, good grief.
Oh yeah, in a matter of minutes. I'm not kidding you. He said he'd take his hat off and he'd say, "Okay, everybody put their money in there." Did that 7 times. Couldn't believe it. I mean, it was wild. It was wild.
Well, Doc, if you're gonna get a good rapport going with the troops, you gotta do that.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of business done too, because the center director, who was always inaccessible, would be, remember Ike Gillen?
Yeah.
Would be at that thing, and all, you know, there was no hierarchy. You know, it was the center director talking to whomever.
Yeah.
And it was as though that was a forum in which anybody could tell the big boss their mind about anything. And there was a lot of good that came out of
Oh,
that
you
as a
bet.
result, because you didn't have to go through all those layers, you know, and all those screens.
Yeah.
But and it really led to a better operation, I think.
Yeah, most of the folks
Yeah.
in any organization you go in hardly ever get to talk to the boss. And I think that during my time out there that more people got to talk to the boss than had been in a long time.
Were people like Bickle were approachable?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah, if you want to talk to Bickle, you went in and put your feet on his desk. Hi, Paul.
Okay.
Did you have your cigar too?
Well, he smoked too, you know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I get you could probably go to a lot of different organizations, and the organization that was there, I don't know anything about the ones here now. They were all very conscientious. Everybody wanted to do a good job, and I didn't see anything wrong with stopping by Juanita's or whatever the hell it was and have a beer with everybody.
Yeah.
And I think, personally, I think the troops appreciated it. And they showed up and everybody had a good time.
Yeah. Oh, Juanita's was right there in Rosemont, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically,
Yeah.
that's the first place you hit when you come off the base, pretty
Right.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who needs to go home? We got Juanita's. Yeah.
Oh, the stories. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, tell us about some of your times out at Juanita's. Yeah. Can you tell us about any special times at any of those parties?
Anything you want to admit to?
You know, I never got to go to Juanita's. That was before my time.
I don't know. I think, personally, I think that most of the people that went to these occasions, they were just uptight as all hell from doing their job all day. And they had a few beers and relaxed and had fun.
Yeah.
At least that's my...
That's your story and you're sticking to it. Yeah. Okay.
What was Edwards like when you first got out there? I mean, was there like one building? Was there just a bunch of hangars?
No, Edwards probably didn't grow a lot. From the time I was there, they had the big hangars down there, and that's in one of the big hangars where I ended up with my first job there. And I don't think they were in a growing mood or anything like that, but you could certainly communicate with anybody up and down the flight line, and it was the same kind of operation going on. Everybody had their ears open and was being cautious about what the heck they did.
But there are a lot more buildings and facilities there now as
Oh, yeah.
opposed to then.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Major
really
expansion.
desert, yeah. I mean, when you were there in the service, didn't you say you guys were in tents? Or no? What was that? You keep talking about how you had to trek across the desert to take a shower or something. Didn't you?
Yeah, there were a bunch of buildings out there in the desert, and it must have been probably a couple hundred yards from the main base. And they were out, I'm telling you, they're in a desert. And when the dust storms came, but that's where we all lived. And when the dust storm went away, you swept the hangar. I mean, you swept your barracks out and flipped your bed covers and went on about your business.
Oh, the heck of an existence out there, that's for sure.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I can already feel the dirt.
The grit.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but there's something about that place, though. You know, it kind of grows on you, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have any desire to go back to Alabama or anywhere that you grew up. I mean, we've made full circle. We've been to Mississippi and, you know, to D.C. and to Arizona and now back here. I mean, what are the chances of that happening?
Well, I think, this is only my personal opinion, Alabama, the folks that I know back there, half of them are backwards.
Ooh,
mean,
snob.
Well, no, it's not a side. I love them.
Yeah.
Hell, my folks are back there and everything, but they just don't think like the folks out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Where were you stationed when you were in Arizona?
Oh, actually, what had happened was I retired in 2000 from Stennis Space Center, and then we moved to Arizona thinking that's where we would retire,
Oh,
and lived there for
okay.
5 years, and then ended up coming back here about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Where were we at in Arizona?
Prescott.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you know
Well, I didn't do anything
Oh,
in
yes.
Arizona except play golf.
Yeah.
But all of Larry's kids and grandkids are here. My folks are here, so we decided to come home.
My sister's in Tucson.
Oh
That's
yeah.
where she and her husband are
My
from.
mom's in Mesa, so.
Oh my. Okay. So you have all kinds of family in Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Yeah, all the families elsewhere, yeah.
Yeah, really, except my mother.
Well, can't have everything.
You want her?
Oh, yeah.
I think you guys should take your picture over there and take a picture of Our Lady of the Piano.
Oh, you're just talking. No, he's talking about
You gonna give
his
us a
one
concert?
nude. Yeah, y'all drove.
Ah,
No.
I think that'd be great.
I do too.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there, well, like you mentioned earlier, is there one moment that, you think about on the X-15, something that, the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about the X-15, any special moment or something, anything in the program, people
Something a
you're
little
with?
happier than Mike Adams.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, I guess that I personally was very appreciative of being able to work on those machines and communicate with everybody around them. And I think it was a damn good operation.
Now, you were on other programs, obviously, after the X-15. What did you work on lifting bodies, any of that kind of stuff? Where did you go to after the X-15 program finished?
No, we didn't. I didn't work on lifting.
Oh, you didn't go to that? Okay.
In fact, I think that was the time they decided I need to be sitting in an office.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you moved into a line supervisory
okay.
position.
Yeah.
And and that was when you were the chief of maintenance, right?
Yeah.
So he had all the shops
Okay.
and all of the crew chiefs, all the airplanes. He had something like over almost 100 people.
Oh.
And
So you're responsible for everything flying out there.
yeah, but as a office guy. Although when he was in charge of the shuttle program out there, it was funny because he was the shuttle ops chief, but they could not get the 747 in the demate device to mate it to the orbiter. So Larry had to get out there and drive the tow truck.
Oh,
He says, "Okay, guys, get out of the way. Let me show you how it's done."
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, he loved it.
I enjoyed my stay at Edwards. It was nice.
Yeah.
I can't think of a bad day that I had, except when things crashed or something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Well,
Well, I guess even then you look at it during the 60s, the 70s, and certainly on later, it's like because of the work that people like you were doing, I mean, you go back into the 40s and early 50s, you were losing guys every week, sometimes every day, and now it's a very far between occurrence when you lose somebody out there. So, you definitely have to take a lot of credit for what you did out there and why nobody's dying out there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's because of any one person. I think it's, there's a hell of a lot of people out there that have the same thoughts about airplanes and people's lives that I did and everybody else did. And when you get those kind of thoughts, you just pay more attention and do a better job. Or put a little extra effort into it.
Did you ever meet like Jack McKay's family and people like that? You know, he had 9 kids. Did you ever meet any of them? And did you ever go out and party with Pete Knight or Neil Armstrong or anything like that? Meet the families and.
What did Neil say?
Don't look at me. I didn't talk to him.
Well, no.
One small step.
Well, most of the pilots now, this is not bad mouthing them or anything else, but they were not drinkers. They had a job to do at 4 o'clock in the morning, and they damn sure weren't going to mess it up.
Yeah.
So I got to hand it to them. They would stop by, have a beer, and go on about their business.
But on the days they didn't have flights.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, John McKay is a prime example of a generational thing. You know, he followed his dad. Although his dad was a pilot, and he was in the Navy for a while, and then came to you. Then you hired him, right? Didn't you hire him? You know, so.
Yeah, we know his daughter, his eldest daughter, very well.
I was interviewed 5 of the kids actually all together in that family.
Oh, wow.
Hard to track them all down. There's so many.
Yeah.
Something we talk about all the time too. It's like some of those. Yeah, well, like your family. How many kids did you say was in your family? 16. Yeah.
16.
Yeah. Some of these pilots and stuff out here, they're 8, 9.
Oh, yeah.
Kids. Yeah, huge families. Huge families.
I guess it's like, you made it back. Let's have another child.
Sure.
I was like, okay.
Each flight we get a new child. Yeah.
There was
There were 2 families on my dad's. He was married one time, had kids, and he married Mom.
Okay.
but still 11
11
kids, and then
kids.
5 in the first batch and 11 in the second.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big family. Yeah. Now most of your family, your brothers and sisters, they still back in Alabama? Or are they spread all over the country now?
A heck of a lot of them are still in Alabama.
Ah,
Actually, I
okay.
think they all are
Yeah.
now.
Oh, yeah? Oh.
There was Anna was in Florida, but she's back in Alabama now.
Well, you were raised on the farm back there. Is that farm still in your family?
No.
Ah.
In fact, there's no farm.
Oh, no farm anymore.
No, in fact, I don't remember if you were there. There's no house,
Yeah, it's just a
no
pasture.
well. They filled the well, everything.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
It's kind of sad to drive up that hill, but
Oh yeah.
it's progress.
You know what's kind of interesting though is how Larry was the only one really who ventured out. I mean, he had a couple of brothers who were in the military, but yeah, you were the one who got into flight test and flight research, and kind of interesting how that all happened.
Well, if you've ever seen the movie or read the book, October Sky, or what is it called?
Well, the book is called Rocket Boys.
Rocket Boys.
Yeah.
The kid was in West Virginia,
Colwood, West
and
Virginia.
he was his family was all coal miners, and his dad lived. He worked in the management position of a coal mine, and it's like he saw Sputnik one day, and decided, I want to do this.
Yeah, that's
And,
Got to get out of the mines. Yeah.
And,
well, that's what he said. That's what Larry said about the farm. You know, he got tired of picking cotton, which I
Hurt my
can't even
fingers.
imagine.
Oh boy.
yeah.
Yeah, you probably identify with it. If you haven't seen that movie, you might
No, I
rent it out.
haven't.
October Sky,
it's
really
great.
October Sky, I've heard of it.
wonderful movie.
Seems like I've
Yeah,
heard of
it's
it,
all
but-
based on true story. Yeah.
the kid actually ends up working on the space shuttle.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
He became an engineer on the shuttle, retired
He's
a few years
an
ago.
author, and
Yeah, he writes some really cool books. He wrote this original one was The Rocket Boys that was made in October Sky, but now he's doing some World War II fiction work, which is
Really?
it's a lot
And
of
who
fun.
and who is he? What is his
This guy
name?
is Homer Hickam. Homer Hickam.
Homer Hickam.
Yeah, and it's really fun. Yeah, I just finished reading one of his books.
about JFK.
Yeah, JFK was he's got a character that's sort of a continuing character who's in the Coast Guard, and he's out in the Solomon Islands during World War II, and he's on this mission that he just ended up on. He ends up running into Kennedy as part of this mission. It's during that time, right after he lost his boat. There's like a 2-week period of right after the PT-109 went down, and
Yeah.
nobody can really fill in exactly what happened there. Because it's
And
all,
so that's so it's a work of fiction where he
Yes.
fills in the blanks.
Yeah, sort of fills in the blanks. It's like
Interesting.
because you think about it at the time, it's like you lost your boat, you don't become a hero, you
Yeah,
get
something
court-martialed. Yeah. So what happened here? So it's an interesting story. Yeah, it was called The Ambassador's Son. Yeah, I just finished it. It was a pretty fun read.
Homer Hickam. We'll have
Yeah,
to look
yeah, definitely check out Homer Hickam and say definitely rent out October Sky.
October
It's
Sky.
really
Oh,
worth
yeah.
worth getting. It's great. Yeah,
But it sounds like that's kind of what you.
yeah, sort of your story in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
That,
probably identify with it a lot. Yeah, yeah.
And first saw that thing going across the sky and going, that's really cool.
Now you worked on the airplanes and stuff. You ran that stuff. Was it ever something you wish you could have done yourself? Was become one of the test pilots on this thing, or did you like just being in charge of the aircraft?
Unfortunately, I can't see that well.
I know the problem. Yeah.
So there was no need to hope.
Yeah.
But you weren't that crazy about flying anyway, Larry.
No,
Yeah.
not really, but
Were you always a tinkerer, or, it's like, how does it work? Can I make it work better type person?
no. I think
Okay.
Good try, Cherie.
I think when you make up your mind to fix something, you fix it. You don't tinker.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's when you come up with all the extra parts at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say though, and Larry's hands are huge. He has huge hands, size 13 ring.
Oh, well.
But you see these guys, and that was one thing I noticed about the mechanics especially, their hands are just huge. And yet they can deal with the most delicate wires and it's just really kind of amazing to see.
Yeah, that's a big hand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So this is a certain amount of skill, I would say.
Is that one of the reasons you got into the job field that you did? You did like to get in there and put things together and get into the mechanics and technical side of things?
I'm not too sure that my career was a deliberate decision.
You were just at the right place at the right time.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they needed somebody that had mechanical ability and
But the thing though about Larry is that, and he's always said that he loved being a supervisor. He loved being a crew chief. He loved leading people, and he has bajillion leadership awards. And I bet because you tell me all the time that you just always enjoyed working through people, even more so than being hands-on. But and you were good at it. Although I must say he had a horrible reputation. Well, he was known as hard-ass Barnett. Truly, I mean he was, and everybody was terrified of Barnett. I mean you did not cross him, and if you did, and if he. I mean, I love you, dear, but it's true. It's true. They called him a hard ass, and it was always that SOB Barnett, this and that. And Larry really, quite frankly, didn't care. I mean, he had a job to do, and that was one reason that he got that last management position he was in, because Tom McMurtry, bless his nice little heart, he hated dealing with people issues, and he would put Larry onto it, and Larry would get the job done, and it was, that was your forte, really.
Yeah.
So you're more a people person rather than a hardware person.
Yeah.
well, I would say probably half. I understand hardware, but it's not fun to do that.
Oh, okay. Then you got the other guys that are really great engineers
Yeah.
and technicians and
That's
stuff.
right.
And then
Right.
later in their career, they get elevated into positions that
And
they don't want
can't-
to be in.
They don't want to
Yeah.
do it, they can't do it,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can understand that, yeah.
Oh,
What?
your
What?
X-15 patch.
Oh, I brought it with me. Oh, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Oh, thank you, actually. Oh,
Did you design, is that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this is-
Wow,
yeah, Well,
multi-talented.
one of the things when I was first doing my work on the X-15 was I love patches and stuff. I'd collect all the space shuttle missions, all this other stuff. And so it's like, well, was there ever a patch for the X-15? I knew there was one for the B-70, which was about the same time. And everybody said they had no idea, they'd never seen one or whatever. And so I just sat down and did my own. So this is what
That's
what I
great.
came up with. Yeah.
Look at that. That's
That-
very elegant.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got the shock waves and stuff, the 3 stars for the Air
Yeah.
Force, Navy, and NASA. And
Wow.
yeah,
That's neat.
yeah, it's just got the black
So,
border on the back versus
you
the
could
gold.
do something with this, Larry. I mean, you ought to do something with that.
Well,
and
well,
get
there's a
some-
place that used to, I don't know if you know, there's a shop, Thomas Aviation, that was here in
Oh,
town
yeah,
many years
yes,
ago.
yes, uh-huh.
Yeah, they actually produced my patch for a while, so, yeah, this is,
Ah.
yeah, actually,
Look at the way that turned out. That's
yeah.
really
The very
nice.
first one of these I did, I actually sewed by hand. Got
You-
the little thing out there, and
Yes.
Oh, really?
I made
Yes.
it by hand, yeah,
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yes,
That's a
he
lot.
did.
oh, yeah, that was fun.
Oh my gosh.
But,
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, and then Thomas Aviation took it. Then they went under, and nobody's had it now. In fact, we were talking. I've been thinking about talking to these people. There's down at this War Eagle Hobbies down the street here, and a friend of mine said I should talk to them and see if maybe they want to produce a patch again. It's one of the reasons I brought it up again
Well, heck yeah.
this time. But yeah, I didn't really have a chance to talk to them today. So yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah, thank you. But well, the funny thing about it, of course, is as soon as I went to all the trouble of designing the patch, then I went in and I talked with who was it? Was it Ralph? I think it was Ralph Richardson he worked on the suit, on the pressure suit, and he said, "Oh yeah, I got a patch." And he pulled out his old flight jacket. He's got this X-15 patch, but I don't think it was actually done at the time. I think it was done afterward.
Oh.
And they ended up
But
selling
it's
that.
not nearly as.
It's like a round. It's like a planet, except the Earth is green, and it's got the X-15 sort of sticking out the side of it with a little red.
So
coming out
where
there.
did he get that?
They've actually had it up at Edwards at the gift shop and stuff up there for a while. But again, I don't think it was. I've never seen any photograph or anything from that time period
Do you
that
remember
showed
seeing
that.
anything? Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it was something that was done maybe toward the end of the program or even after the program had ended, just to do it. Yeah, they had a real nice one for the B-70. There's this elliptical world patch with the B-70 in it. So, but yeah. So I'm glad I didn't know the other one existed because it
Oh,
gave me a
yeah.
shot to do my
Oh,
own and
that's-
stuff.
that's
That's why I
very
use on my
nice.
card and all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how did you get so interested in the X-15?
Well, the X-15 is an interesting program for me in the fact that my dad used to do a lot of work up at Edwards. He was a salesman of electronics equipment. He sold the things like the tape recorders and stuff that would record all the telemetry that was used on all these flights.
For
And
Sangamo.
yeah, Sangamo Electric. They used to have like these 16-track recorders and stuff, these huge reels and stuff.
Wow.
And so he used to take me around on some of his trips. So I'd come up here to Edwards and stuff, a little 5-year-old kid, whatever, I'd tag along. And I did that for years, actually, for several years. And I'd come up here and he'd go off to do his work and he'd pawn me off on a friend or something and take him around. And so I used to get to see the I never saw an X-15 fly. I wish I got to do that, but I did see it out on the wing on several occasions, be prepared for flight. I actually met Neil Armstrong when I was a little kid. He was coming. He was just finished. The guy took me over and it's like, "Hey, they're running a simulator right now." So I got to sit there and watch the end of the simulator. And then the guy came out and happened to be Neil Armstrong at the time.
And you
I was-
told him this, of course, when you interviewed him. or-
Actually, I didn't.
Oh, man, you should have.
I didn't want to get into that. I didn't want to make it sound like because one of the other things is Armstrong and I both share the same birthday.
Oh, now isn't that
He's
something?
25 years older than I am, so these little things like, nah, I don't want to. I'll
Yeah.
sound like I'm a fan or something. I didn't want to- a groupie, yeah. I didn't want to do that. So yeah, but Armstrong's he was great. He was wonderful, and I did an interview with him and stuff. And we've talked to him several times since then. He's such a nice guy. So
I got a hug from him.
oh yeah,
He is a nice guy.
yeah.
He's a nice
She collects
man.
hugs. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's just a nice man.
Yeah. So he's really good. Do you have any impressions of any of the pilots? Did you work closely with any of the pilots at all? They come out there and say, "What are you doing to my aircraft?" You know?
It wasn't their airplane.
Ah.
Oh, it was your airplane.
They only abused it.
Actually, did you find that after a flight? It's like, did you go in there and say, "What did you do to my aircraft in this last flight?"
Oh,
Yeah.
they were professionals.
Yeah.
Did a damn good job.
Now, Bill Dana did he ever chew tobacco when he was flying?
Ooh.
I know, it was nasty.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
Well,
tobacco in the
somebody.
cockpit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
somebody.
actually,
no,
that's
when he was
not true.
chewing.
Some of those guys, and I'm sure I never caught them at it, but I'm sure they did. Flew with the thing in their mouth.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Oh.
But you really, I mean, I didn't know Jack McKay, but you seem to, you like Jack a lot.
Oh yeah, Jack was a jewel.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, everybody that I know that went through NASA or has gone through NASA, they're damn nice people and they're very knowledgeable. I don't think you could find a group of people more. They want to do something and they want to do it good.
Yeah.
Roger Barnett said that Jack McKay was the most natural pilot he has ever seen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he flew with a lot of them, like backseater and stuff. And he said, get the guys, some of them are just jerking around the sky, and Jack was just always really smooth. Yeah, yeah. I know Jack had problems in the X-15 at times because of he was very stocky and short arms and stuff. And I know he had problems like pulling the lever for the landing gear and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, use a rest.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, you know what? Let me turn this light on back here because I don't want you to stumble in the hallway.
Down that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
All right, I'm just gonna follow her.
Here.
Yeah, there's a boys one over there.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm fine right now. Thank you. Yeah.
Or boys or girls.
Ah, there you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So would you say during all of your career was the X-15 the highlight of it, or was there another time that you thought was a cooler time to be there?
Well, I think the X-15 probably was the most well-known machine,
Yeah.
and I think people got a kick out of watching the thing fly and land.
Yeah.
Most of the people not most of the people, every person that ever worked on any of the machines out there were very proud of the job.
Yeah. Were you out there when they were filming the movie X-15? Remember the one with Charles Bronson and Mary Tyler Moore?
If I was, I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Roger was actually in it, so I mean, he actually.
I heard that question, and I remember the story that Larry told me about playing cards with Bronson under the wing of the airplane.
Oh well, yeah, that wasn't.
And you said that he was a really nice guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was. Yeah. Now that you refresh my memory. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me more about that. So what did he tell you?
Let's see. Just that he's just spent a lot of time with you guys out on the flight line.
Oh,
just
okay.
really mingled with the guys, and he was very down to earth.
Yep.
And unlike Lee Majors, who was a real prima donna, I think were the words you used when he was out there for the $6 Million Man.
Yeah.
You didn't care for him much. Let me see. Who else did you run into when you were there? Yeah, I mean, you said really good words about Bronson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. Good.
Yeah.
Actually, I think as a whole, just my thinking, that I have not run across, or I did not run across a hell of a lot of people, actually I'll say none, when they were doing their job in aviation, that I think they all liked it. You did a good job, and as far as I'm concerned, we were all well, what do you call it, proud of the things that we were doing.
Do you think that that time should serve as a model maybe for people today on the way that things should be done? Or do you think or do you think the lessons really were learned and that is the way that they do a lot of things?
I don't think that that today's people are any different than I or Florence or any other people in aviation from day one, because I never ran across a guy that was a flippant. They always want to do a good job. They want to understand what the hell they were doing before they got involved in it. And I think it's still that way.
You know, it's kind of interesting. I wasn't there during the X-15 days, but I was there after the X-15 days. And and there was a lot of conversation, there were a lot of comments about, well, back in the X-15 days, we did it this way. Or, you know, it was, you know, when we worked on the X-15, it was such and such. Which, you know, you could appreciate in that time that you didn't have to go through so much bureaucracy. It turned out, though, and it's becoming worse, progressively worse, unfortunately, is within the agency, things are becoming more and more bureaucratic. So, so it was just, you know, it was sometimes hard to deal with that, you know, because they wanted to do things the way things were done back in the X-15 days, and they just couldn't do it. I mean, it was a different culture, it was a different environment. But we were envious. Oh yeah, I can imagine what it was like back in the X-15 days, because you didn't have to, you know, you didn't have to deal with the red tape. Every day was an exciting day. You just did what you thought, you know, should be done without having to jump through a lot of administrative hoops. So those are the good old days.
But I don't disagree with you, but I think the people that were running the X-15 program or any program at NASA, they are a bunch of pros. They know what the hell they're doing. And if they don't, they're not afraid to go ask somebody. And that's great.
Yeah, we're still very proud of, you know, we love saying that we retired from NASA. You know, to us, NASA's still, and we know the behind the scenes stuff, and we know how things actually can be, which is sometimes very cumbersome. But there's still just that, the nuance, you know, of the agency that just makes it, you know, we're just very proud. I mean, I worked for the Air Force. I transferred from NASA to the Air Force, worked for the Air Force for 6 years, and came back to NASA. And so I saw the different environments, and I thought, I'm really glad that I retired from NASA.
Oh, I envy you. I wish I could say I retired from NASA. I retired from Marriott. Blast.
Marriott?
Marriott.
Oh, okay. Well, you have a good reputation, or they have a good reputation.
That's because you don't know what really goes on.
Yeah. Yes.
Does anybody know what goes on in
Well,
there?
just give the example of Marriott is the fact of how wonderful they are to their people. She worked there for 13 years, and she started work after her stroke, so she already had her handicap when she went in. They knew that she had limitations and stuff, and so she had a lot of health problems and things going on. And about 4 years ago, she had really major health problems where she had to go in and have open heart surgery.
Dear, sure, you're so young.
Oh yeah.
Bless your heart.
Had to put in a new heart valve and stuff.
No.
Yeah,
Not bless my heart.
right. Well, now it's working fine.
Yeah.
To replace the valve, it works fine. So the deal, you know, she was off for like 3 months for this recovery. It was a major recovery and stuff. And of course, all the way along, you know, she's in contact with her bosses and stuff. And so, we, you know, take whatever time you need. We're looking forward to having you back. It's going to be great, all this stuff. And really, after she finally recovered from this is the best health she's been in forever. And so she walked in the office, they fired her.
And they could do that?
Well,
No, they couldn't.
I
actually,
don't-
they didn't get away with it, but they
Well,
still
that's-
fired her. Yeah, you know, I mean, in the long run, they didn't get away with it, but still, that's the way they treated their people. So,
You know, and that is the thing about NASA. I mean, NASA is very pro their employees. There's no doubt about that. They're always, you know.
yeah, I can't imagine
But that what a
NASA
horrible
doing
story.
something like that. I can't imagine just about anybody doing that to somebody. So yeah.
Gee.
Yeah. So yeah, Marriott is not high on our
Yeah.
list. We don't stay at Marriott. So
Oh,
we're
okay,
traveling.
well, we may just have to change our practices too, just because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be pretty nasty.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I couldn't believe, you know, it's like, you know, you talk to people and stuff about what they did.
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually one of many things they did to her over a long period of time. And it's just like, what are these people
Yeah,
thinking all the way
really.
down the line?
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like Mona. I have a friend that worked there, and she's blind.
Yeah.
And they fired her because they said she was too slow.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It's like, she's blind. She's not slow. She's blind.
Yeah, really. Yeah, what part of the blind thing don't you get? Yeah.
Gee.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, that's productivity they're looking for.
Yeah,
not-
but with no feeling for their people.
That's right.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow, that's really.
Yeah, so it's too bad. So yeah, as I say, they're not high on our list. Yeah, we just had some friend that wrote us the other day. Oh, gee, yeah, does Sheree still work for Marriott? You know, can she get me a room at such and so? I was like, no,
Don't think so.
no,
sorry.
ain't gonna happen. Yeah. Yeah, we used to have some good times though with it. You know, back during the heyday of stuff, we'd do some traveling. We traveled all around we went from Washington all the way up to Maine and back again and all the way down to North Carolina.
Wow.
It was a really fun trip. We drove like 2,000 miles
All on the eastern.
on the eastern coast. Yeah, we
Wow.
flew into Washington and rented a car. We were supposed to get a little compact. They didn't have compacts, so they ended up giving us a big van.
Ooh.
And then we drove all over everywhere. We went up and saw your aunt and uncle and stuff like that up in Vermont, and then say went all the way up into Maine and back down. It went down to the Wright brothers in North Carolina. It was a heck of a trip.
Went
And-
from Marriott to Marriott.
and everything was Marriott to
And of
Marriott.
course, Marriott
Nice.
owns Ritz-Carlton.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Marriott
that's right.
owns Courtyard,
yeah.
Fairfield Inn,
Spring Hill.
Spring Hill,
Yikes.
Residence Inn.
So yeah, we did have some good nights. You know.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah, we made use of that while
Yeah.
we
Well,
could.
that's good.
But yeah.
But now I won't stay at one.
Oh yeah, not anymore. Yeah, they were pretty decent there for a while, but then so this happened a little over 3 years ago and stuff, and it was ever since about around 2000 is when really things went downhill there. Just the supervisors, whatever, and I'm sure there's other parts of Marriott that may be fine, but not there. Yeah.
But I own Marriott stock, and it does very well.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So
Very well.
So she's getting her payback. Yeah.
Good.
That's good.
Anyway, yeah.
Well, you know, it's kind of remarkable though. You go anywhere, whether it's China. We went to China. I mean, people recognize NASA. You know, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's you don't even have to. You know, you just say NASA, and they say, "Oh, NASA."
Yeah.
And it's really.
Yeah.
We've been very fortunate, haven't we?
Hey, you should be very proud of your history and who you worked for and everything else. Yeah,
Yep.
what you accomplished, what you were a part of.
Yes,
History.
we did some work for NASA for China,
Really?
and they had a whole thing that they were going to do a simulated moonwalk. And it's like
Yeah,
fine, and we built them a
yeah.
moon lander.
Yeah, we
and,
built a lunar module, full scale lunar
Wait a
module.
minute. Who's we?
Well, it's-
Oh,
That's people that I work with and stuff. This is
Oh.
a project that I worked on. And
Oh,
we worked.
neat.
Yeah, we ran into some people because this is back 7, 8 years ago, something like that. Oh no, actually, yeah, it was 2001. That's right. So it's about 6 years ago, and this is before the first manned flight from China. But they're trying to get their people excited about space. And one of the ways they were doing that, they had this exhibition that was supposed to travel around the country, and it's supposed to highlight both things like the Apollo moon landing and the space shuttle and stuff like that. And so I got involved in several aspects of that program, and so our group, we got together and we literally built from scratch in 2 weeks a full-scale lunar module.
Good grief.
That was a heck of a project, and then shipped it, and in pieces and stuff, so it could be shipped over to China. And I'm always ticked off because the guy in charge of the whole thing never followed through enough to get it, because I'd love to have a copy of like the videotape or something of these guys doing it, because it was made so you could come out of it and stuff. It had a hatch on it and stuff.
Oh my
And they were
gosh.
recreating the moon rock.
Well, yeah, it was real. It was full scale.
Yeah, this is full scale, and it's like what
It
you
was
see down
made
at
by
the-
a prop company, Hollywood.
Yeah,
prop?
we got a prop company in on it.
That's a great idea.
But just thinking about this dichotomy of this lunar module in China with they put a moonscape around it the whole bit, and they turned down the lights, and then they would recreate the moonwalk. So here you got a couple of Chinese guys coming out of the hatch and planting the American flag to Neil and Buzz's voice, over. I would have loved to have been there
Oh
for
my
that.
gosh, yes.
So, and one of the things I personally did on it too was I went down to Florida and filmed a space shuttle launch on videotape. And because one of the deals was they were set up like a viewing area where people could watch a space shuttle launch. So they'd set up this alcove like where you go in there, and then the video that I shot would be playing. So it wasn't a close up; it was like from far away, so you could see the shuttle, taking off with a fixed camera, like you're looking through a window, and that was pretty fun. And,
Oh my
And
gosh.
you did the lunar rover.
oh yeah, I arranged the lunar rover for him and stuff. That was a cool project. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's always, so incongruous to me.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, China.
They're
It's like
gonna
North Korea.
they're gonna end up beating our pants off in space the
yeah.
way things are going. I
Yes,
tell
they
you.
are.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. We were there a few years ago.
Industrious people.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
gosh, they are not above doing anything. I mean, they will do whatever it takes.
Well, they've come out and said that they want to land people on the moon by 2017.
Have they said that?
Yeah,
They've actually
it's
got.
just within the last couple of weeks. I mean, it's been speculation
Wow.
for a while, but one of their people in their space agencies basically said, "This is what our plan is."
Yeah.
And it's like, we're going to be lucky to have our shuttle follow-on even
Yeah.
flying into orbit by
That's right.
2017.
That's right.
So yeah.
Well, I can remember, didn't we have a Chinese delegation out at Dryden? Yeah, because I think I was in protocol at the time. And they were out there, and I guess we told them no pictures or something. They had all their artists.
Ah.
I mean, they
boy.
were sketching real time. It was amazing.
boy.
It was just amazing. But those people.
Like court reporters, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Aerospace
Yeah.
reporters, yeah.
So we're going again next spring, before the Olympics. Larry really he especially likes the Great Wall, huh?
Yep.
Oh, right.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they've developed over the last few years.
Oh yeah. I've never had a chance to go over there. I'd love to go there. Yeah.
It's really a fascinating
Should do
place.
Yeah.
I understand the Great Wall is starting to collapse.
Pretty
Well,
much.
different places,
yeah.
Yeah.
Most of it, in fact, is pretty
If you were
dilapidated.
as old as it.
Exactly. You'd be falling apart.
Well,
Yeah.
And at the time that it was built, I'm sure that the technology was not the same as it is today.
No.
no.
The fact that it stood this long is good. If you build it today, it wouldn't last anything.
That's
It would
right.
last 20 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
Planned obsolescence. Yeah, most of the work I do is the other direction. I work a lot with a group over in Turkey, actually.
Really? We were just in Istanbul, in
Oh, yeah?
Kuşadası. Yes.
Gee,
yes.
Oh, gee.
not too long ago.
Oh, you were there too?
Yeah, I took her over there last year and stuff. I've been over there several times.
Oh,
Real-
that's great.
We loved it.
Yeah.
There's a space camp
Yeah.
in Izmir.
Have you been down to Izmir?
No, we've not been to Izmir.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, those Turks are also very industrial. In fact, this carpet came from Turkey.
Oh, yeah.
They delivered it. Two guys from
Oh, yeah.
Kuşadası, because they had a glitch with UPS.
Yeah.
So they actually came knocking on our door and said, "Well, we delivered your carpet."
Yeah.
And so they, they delivered that one, and then they said, "We got more carpets in the truck."
Oh, sure.
So we ended up
Awesome.
buying another one that's in the family room. But anyway, Turkey is a wonderful place.
Did you go to
they're
Ephesus?
terrific.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's not far from
Ephesus
Kuşadası.
is my favorite. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah.
See, it was a Greek Isles,
yes.
Turkey
Yeah. Okay.
trip. And we saw, I don't know how many ruins, but Ephesus was my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well, you're not
Ephesus
far.
was-
You're only like an
yes.
hour and a half from Izmir there too.
Oh,
so-
really?
Yeah, Izmir's right close to there.
We're thinking about going back for a 19-day tour.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be
yes.
cool, Larry?
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
But if you,
Really?
and you get a chance to go down along the Mediterranean coast and stuff, well, one of the things that I did is say, well, first of all, I work with this group in Izmir, Space Camp Turkey there. That's we've done a lot of work
Space
there.
Camp Turkey.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
Really?
I think I've got a link on my website to
Oh,
their
I'll
website
have
and
to
stuff.
look,
But
yeah.
but it's really interesting over there. It's a licensed space camp from Alabama, the Huntsville original space camp. But the owners of it, the owner and founder of that is a guy named Kaya Tuncer. And he was born and raised in Turkey, but he also spends half of his time here. He lives in Pacific Palisades, and his wife is an American. They met up at Berkeley and stuff, and so they're really wonderful people. And I've been working with them for about 4 or 5 years.
Neat.
And so yeah, we've been over there several times. But last year,
I haven't. I
No.
went once.
yeah, I got her over there last year because last March 29th, we had the big total solar eclipse that ran through there. So I worked with the guys at Space Camp Turkey and stuff, but we put together a tour. So I was the tour leader for this group over for the solar eclipse, and that was really cool.
Neat. So
And-
you were there for how long, that trip?
We were there for 11 days for that trip.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was neat because there were a lot of different tour groups take people to solar eclipses and stuff, but we were the only group that also went to Space Camp Turkey. So it was pretty.
Camp Turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to my website. You'll see up in the upper corner there's an eclipse thing.
Yeah.
You click on that, you can see all the stuff about the
Okay.
eclipse, and you'll see. And especially if you've been to Istanbul and Ephesus
Yes,
and stuff.
yes.
I have. You'll see the stuff about the eclipse tour itself, and I've got a separate page for each one of the days we were there, and you can see all the different
neat.
places we went. Yeah, we were actually right on the Mediterranean coast during the eclipse.
Yeah. Oh, I bet that was
And
beautiful.
it was just absolutely beautiful out there.
Breathtaking, I bet.
The where we were was today, where Cleopatra first met Mark Antony,
Oh, neat.
and it was so cool.
Oh,
Not to mention romantic.
Oh, it's
gosh.
just beautiful down there. Yeah.
And after
Yeah.
the eclipse, we went and walked in the Mediterranean.
Oh,
It
we
was
actually- we were-
cold.
We were actually out there during
It was
the
in
eclipse.
March. It was in March.
March 29th was the
Okay, we were
eclipse.
there just in October, so it was
Okay.
very recent. Very
Yeah,
recent.
it was a good time of
and
year
it was
to go.
beautiful. It was
Oh, yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, when we were there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Istanbul is so
Oh, yeah.
beautiful and
Oh.
stuff.
That's
The history is amazing.
The history is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was surprising. I didn't expect, I really expected a more, oh yeah, they're a secular nation,
Right.
obviously.
Right.
But I didn't expect to see I thought it would be a lot less modern, and
More
cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess it's because they are secular. But
Yeah,
it was.
makes all the difference.
Oh yeah, it really does.
Yeah. Oh,
And the
yeah.
food.
Tell me about it.
We have friends over there. I have to tell you this story. Is that
Oh God.
the second trip I took to space camp, one of the things that they set up over there was that they, first of all, one of the deals that we do, one of the reasons I got involved originally is because we have this thing called the Partner School Program, Partner School Science Program, and we actually partner schools in the United States with schools in Turkey. So we've got kids that are
That's
like,
good.
like
That's good.
6 to 8th grade. Well, there's kids in Ankara and Istanbul and all this other stuff too. But we've got like a partner school in Long Beach. There's another one in New York.
Oh,
Things like that.
that's great.
And it's really cool because the kids will email each other
Yeah.
during the year. They'll do similar projects and
Right.
see what they come up with. And then we usually set up a thing like in the spring with a video conference, so they actually get to see and talk with each other. Like we go over to Boeing and stuff and use their video conferencing facilities, and then Space Camp itself has video conference, so the kids get to see each other. And then during the summer we have a time when the kids can actually go over and they work with each other. They actually go
You
through
mean like
the
an
space.
exchange? Oh, you mean?
Oh, well, our kids will go over to there, and the kids
Yeah.
from Turkey, and they'll actually go through space camp together, spend a week together on the same, they go through their simulations and all these other things, so they're on the same team together.
Which is pretty
Yeah.
fabulous because last year
Oh,
they
yeah.
actually had kids from Palestine and Israel working together.
On the
It
same
seems
team.
to me
yeah.
that I saw something on TV not too long ago about this kind of a thing where
Yeah.
the students are talking to each other. You
Yeah,
know what I
we
mean?
bring students from all over
And-
the world together.
And I think that's what
yeah.
it's going to take, quite frankly,
Yeah.
to get this world together.
Yeah,
To
that's
get
an
the-
amazing thing. Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah, our-
that must be
Yeah.
exciting to work
It's
with.
a lot of
Yeah.
fun, yeah. Yeah, the organization that we're actually working with, I mean, Space Camp Turkey is part of it, but we have a thing that's called Global Friendship Through Space Education. And so that's what really,
GFTSE.
yeah, so that's what brings all the kids together, and that's their sole purpose is to, bring kids together. And it's a lot of fun.
Neat.
And they were very supportive when I came up with the idea of the solar eclipse tour and stuff. Oh, but I forgot, but going back was one of the deals was they partnered us. I thought it was just going to be the students, was that they would partner you with an actual local family.
Oh, neat.
Now I'm over there. One of my purposes, I do a lot of photography for them and stuff. I'm a photographer by trade and also a writer, and so I went down there, and it was they took this whole busload of people from Space Camp down to Izmir, and they were going to meet their families, and then the families were going to take them out and tour Izmir for the day and what have you.
Oh, and that's the best way to do it. I mean,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
they know where to take you.
Oh, absolutely. And so I was there, and they're calling out all the names and stuff. They called my name. I mean, I thought I was there as an observer, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they paired me with this Turkish family.
And you got to stay with it for how long? Or
Well, it was just basically that day.
That
It
day.
was one of the students. The girl was going through the space camp with that whole global friendship
Right.
program, but their family took me in, and they took me around for the day, and we went out to eat, and they did all this stuff, sightseeing and what have you. But anyway, the point is, in this case, that we have become great friends.
Oh, so you're still communicating?
Oh yeah. Oh, not only that.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
One of the deals was, of course, when we went back, and she had never met any of these people before, but they insisted when we were there last March that we had to come by and spend the evening with them. So, so they came, and they fixed. It was the mother, the father, the
Oh, my
daughter,
gosh.
and their grandmother, and they fixed us dinner.
Feast.
And between the four of them, the two of us, we had 6 people. There was enough to feed, probably most of the army of the United States. I've never ever
Oh
had
my
so much
gosh.
food in my life.
And I bet it was scrumptious.
Oh yeah, and it's like,
Everything
here,
was-
have
yeah.
more, have more.
Yeah.
We're sitting there, please, no
Olive
more.
oil.
Yes.
Oh, it's great.
Everything was so incredible.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dolmas, like
Dolmas, yes,
yes,
yes.
wrapped up in the grape,
Grape leaves.
Oh yeah.
and everything was just perfect. And I'm sitting there crying, and it's like, oh God, I can't eat it anymore. I can't eat it.
Just one more, one more.
And I'm sitting there, oh, here.
Oh,
Oh, God, no.
There's so much food. Oh my gosh. But they're such a wonderful
neat.
family. And then it's like they basically have adopted us. They adopted me when I was over there the first time. Now they've adopted us. And they have like 3 different houses. One of them is in Costa d'Asti. It's like anytime you come over there, yeah, you come over, the place is yours, whatever you want to do. And then what was it like around the end of June, I get a call from Bousse, who's the girl. At this time, she's now 16 years old, right? She wants to be a brain surgeon, okay? One of these underachievers.
Yeah, yeah.
And wonderful kid. And she calls up and says, well, I'm going to come to America. Can I stay at your place? You know?
It's like, her sister goes to Rutgers.
Yeah, she's out
my.
in New York area and stuff. So, and she'd spent a really bad time over there. Nothing because of her sister, but it was a horrible incident. She'd been over there for several weeks the year before, but she came over this time. Has never been to California or anything. So.
And she had no concept that New York is here and
Yes.
California is
They're a long
here.
way
Yes.
apart. I mean, all of the entire country of Turkey is about the size of California.
That's right.
So, but yeah, so she came over. I'm still amazed. It's like, your parents know you're coming over here. I mean, this is a 16-year-old girl going all the way to California with these 2 people. And it's like, the mother even told us, it's like, we would not send her to her brothers and sisters to live with them.
Yeah, but we'll send her to
send her
you.
So she
Oh
came
my
over-
gosh, but no pressure.
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh,
Yeah, so she spent 2 weeks with us last summer, took her to Disneyland, did all this stuff, and it was so great. And now she wanted, every summer I will be back, and
yeah.
it's,
I want to bring my grandmother. I want to bring my sister.
oh yeah.
No,
We have this little condo.
we have a sofa.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we were told. It's like, we don't have it, we got a sofa, I don't care, I'll be there. And she spent 2 weeks on our sofa. And,
Oh my gosh, lucky kid.
oh, it was so much fun.
Yeah, but the Turkish people are wonderful.
Oh, they are so
Oh, they're
great.
so warm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah, we get calls from them all the time and stuff, and it's like, just always checking up on what we're doing, and her parents are wonderful, and
Well, that's great to be adopted by a
it's
family.
it's an interesting experience, very interesting
Yes.
experience. Nothing like
Yes.
that's for sure.
That's true.
So, and they keep, you have to come back every year. You must come back. And it's like, I wish we could afford to do that. Yeah.
You want to pay our way.
Sure, no
And
problem.
Daddy is in oil.
Oh, yeah.
So Daddy can afford it. But Cherie and Larry can't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just want you to know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we were only there for, I think, because it was an extension of our tour.
Oh.
And so we were only there for 4 days, 3 nights, something like that, in Istanbul.
Yeah.
But I so loved it. And we loved Greece as well, but
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I thought, we need to come back and spend more
Yeah.
time and see more, go to
Oh, yeah.
Izmir and
Right.
these other places.
Right.
But,
Yeah, Istanbul is an interesting spot, that's for sure. Izmir is wonderful, it's beautiful.
Oh,
Alexander
Yeah,
built a castle there, and stuff like that in
Wow.
Izmir. It's still standing. And
Yeah, Larry
Yeah.
has a little medallion of Alexander.
oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, well, you definitely need to go to Alexander's
Oh,
castle.
my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But I loved Ephesus. I thought Ephesus
Oh,
was
yeah.
really something.
Oh,
I mean, can you imagine how they lived?
Oh yeah.
They lived in luxury.
Yeah, they really did.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, you did?
Did you go
Yeah.
up to the Virgin Mary house or any of that? You know about?
In Ephesus, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's outside of Ephesus. It's just a few.
I don't
it's
think we did.
You
I
went to
don't think we
Ephesus.
did.
It's up on top of this hill. Is the Virgin Mary house, and it's interesting because like the first 2 times I was there was in the middle of summer, so it was hot, very hot, and it was nice going up that hill because you'd lose about 30 degrees getting up to the top of that
Yeah,
hill.
but getting to the
Beautiful,
top must have been
beautiful
tough.
location. Well, it's, to take the bus, but yeah.
Oh,
it's,
I see. You didn't have to hike up there.
Oh no,
Oh,
no, it's
that's
a several mile drive. It's not that far in distance, but
Yeah.
it's a long drive to get up the windy road stuff. Beautiful, beautiful spot up there.
Hmm.
And that was one of the nice things about going back when we did in March because it was so cool. Every time I've been in Ephesus before, it was boiling.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it was nice to go there. It was actually cloud cover. It was cool. It was so nice. Yeah, yeah. You missed the fun
I'm
part.
not a cloud cover person.
You
Yeah.
like the sun?
I
Oh, yeah.
love the sun, even though I'm allergic to it.
Uh,
I love the
Yes.
sun. I have lupus.
yeah.
Oh,
And,
gosh, Cherie.
Oh, yeah.
And I have epilepsy, and I have,
yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
this, that, and the other thing. And he still puts up with me.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
see.
love.
I've been together for 25 years. So.
You guys have been married for 25 years.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Yeah.
we've been married going on 28.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got us beat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's
Anyway,
wonderful.
yeah.
It's so nice chatting to you with you about
Yeah.
about this because not many people have been to Turkey,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
I think it was a great place.
Well, if you ever go back over there, let us know. and we'll
You
see
know,
about getting
that-
you into space camp.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we had a space camp at Stennis
Yeah.
Space Center, but I mean, it was a I
right.
forget how long it was, but
Yeah.
I mean, they're at the various NASA centers. But this is an independent. So I mean, the Space Camp Turkey is affiliated with.
Well, they had the primary space camp is the one that was.
Oh, you said
founded by-
Huntsville.
And Huntsville,
Huntsville,
founded by von
right.
Braun and Ed Bushby and stuff. And so yeah, this is one of. At the time, we had the official licensed ones where they had one down at Kennedy Space Center.
Right.
And it was right off the north base up by Titusville, and then there was one up at Ames Research Center in Mountain View.
Right.
And both of those were basically run out of business because Space Camp destroyed them. Their franchising situation is just dumb. And so overseas, there's one over in Japan, the Turkish one.
There's one
actually
up
one in
in-
Belgium, of all places.
Yeah, there's one up in Quebec.
Yeah, and there's one in Canada, and I think that's all that's operating. But the one at Space Camp Turkey is like the most modern. It's the newest of the facilities.
Yeah.
And you are required to speak English.
Yeah.
Well, that's the amazing thing about the
Yeah.
Turks is that they do speak English. I guess they have to learn it in
Yeah.
school, from what I understand.
Yeah.
They're
required, I
You
think.
can,
Pretty much, yeah.
you can choose a language to learn, but you have to learn a second language.
Yeah, and English is
Whether
what
it's-
most
okay.
people
Whether
choose
it's
because
Yeah.
English or German
Yeah.
or French.
Because we
or-
didn't have any problems at all, communicating with the folks down
Where
there.
did you stay when you were in Istanbul?
We were we could practically see that we could see Hagia Sophia and
Oh,
the
yeah.
Hippodrome and all of that.
Right.
We were downtown. What the heck was the name of it? I can't remember the name of it. We stayed in so many different hotels.
Was it Richmond?
No, no, that doesn't sound familiar. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was within walking distance of the market, the Grand Bazaar, for that matter. So we were
Yeah.
right there in the middle of things. But we were only there for like 3 nights, so which was unfortunate because I was ready to stay longer. But
going to Topkapi and any of that stuff.
Topkapi, yes,
Yeah.
Palace,
Oh,
yes, and the Blue Mosque, and oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful.
so it's interesting because here in the United States, of course, you go in around and it's like, gee, this is 100 years old or 200
Oh my
years old
gosh.
or whatever. Oh, yeah, this is 4,000
yeah,
years old.
Yeah.
tens of thousands of years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing about Ephesus. It's like, it's 3,500 years
Yeah.
old.
And you
And
can
the
see the
plumbing.
different civilizations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
the
were
plumbing
there.
system
Yeah.
they had, and
Yeah.
got a picture of you sitting on the
And
top.
the
Oh,
toilet.
yeah.
Doesn't
We have a
everybody?
guy who
Everybody
actually brought a
does.
newspaper and stuff. And then, well, I gotta get my picture of it. Yeah.
And of course, putting your foot in the footprint with the 6 toes.
The brothel.
where
Oh
The
yes,
brothel sign,
yes,
yeah.
right. The road
Yeah,
map.
and,
Yes.
and by the library, of course.
The library's
And,
my favorite spot. I spend hours just sitting there.
Is that the one? That was a huge structure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
3 levels.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
have several pictures of that. Beautiful,
Yeah.
and the sun was shining just right. And,
Oh, yes.
And they have all these, I don't know if when you were there, if you saw, a lot of times they have a lot of stray cats and stuff.
Yes, they were all
Oh,
over the
they were
place.
Everywhere, yeah.
All over the place.
Yeah, I remember we sat at the library one day because we had a bunch of kids there and stuff, and we sat and a whole bunch of us just sat on the steps, and all the cats would come up to us, and they were crawling all over. We were petting them, they were loving it. Yeah, I did.
And that's the one thing I don't like about Turkey. They do not have a veterinary program.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
right?
they're not real big
And,
on pet. They have a lot of strays. They don't have
yeah.
a neutering program or anything
And
like
well,
that.
Greece is that way too. I think.
Yeah.
It seemed
Yeah.
like there were a lot of
And
animals.
so is Venice, Italy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you know? You know, I guess I didn't notice that when we were in Venice, but
I didn't.
well, we were only there for 3 nights or something like that. But really, the same kind of a thing, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister took her a honeymoon over there, and she said there were cats everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
Oh well.
you know, just.
Yeah. We just want to take them all home. But,
Yeah.
You know, and they say, you know, don't pet them, and you know, and you hear, you know, cats and
You can't-
dogs
you can't
scream.
not.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
yeah.
it's like,
Well, there was one. We were at the waterfront at Istanbul, and they were all over the place. But this one little teeny cat. He came up to me and stuff, and he was just. And I reached out, and I mean, he was like really agitated and stuff, you know. I just reached out, and I just touched him, and he just fell over like.
Oh my gosh.
It's
How
like
could you
nobody ever
leave
touched him before.
it?
It's like
Yeah.
nobody ever
Yes.
touched him. Yeah. So.
But you know, but the cats we saw didn't seem to be unhealthy,
They
which was
aren't.
odd.
Oh, they're
They
pretty
are.
well fed. You know, I mean,
Yeah, because
they'll
you didn't
throw
see
food and stuff like
mange
that.
or anything like
Oh,
that. I mean, it was just, yeah.
Once in a while you do.
there
yeah,
are a lot of the dogs have like mange and
Is that-
stuff
is
like
that right?
that.
That just depends, but yeah, they just don't keep a lot of personal pets
Pets,
over there.
yeah.
They're just all a lot of strays,
Yeah.
though.
And but that's one of the things that after eating so much food, it's just like just can't eat anymore. And so they gave us the leftovers.
Oh yes.
So what did you do with? I mean, but yeah.
And we had a refrigerator. in our
Oh, that's good.
And so
But even then, we still had too much.
Yeah,
Even with our
we-
tour group, we still had too much. Yeah.
so we took the leftovers with us, and we went to
Aphrodisias.
Aphrodisias, and
Is that in Turkey?
yes, it's one of the temples,
Oh, okay.
and it's just every time we stopped and there were dogs and cats everywhere, we would put some out.
Yeah.
And you know,
went to
even
good
though
purpose.
even though it's wrapped up and stuff like
Oh, yeah.
that, they would be able to get it
Oh, yeah.
unwrapped and eat it.
Yeah.
And they'll eat anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
But that's one thing about Islam. It says that you must take care of the animals.
I didn't know that.
And
But they don't take care of them the same way that we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Muhammad didn't like dogs, but he liked cats.
Huh.
And so
I love cats.
I adore cats.
I prefer cats over dogs.
And we have our cat now, but when I was a kid, we raised dogs. When I was a kid, we raised collies,
Oh, really?
and that was an interesting thing. Yeah.
And I've always been with cats.
Yeah.
And now we have this cat that owns our house. And,
She owns you.
oh,
pretty
of
much.
course he
Yeah.
does.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And when we
They
get
do
home,
that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. As I say, when we get home tonight, we're gonna hear about it.
he'll be standing at the door going, meow, 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 meow.
Well, 14 years old, I can see where he would have the run of the household.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
but-
He's an outdoor cat too.
Yeah.
He's an indoor and outdoor cat, so he goes wherever
Oh,
he wants to
that's
go. Yeah.
yeah,
But we keep him in every night, because
yeah. We have a cemetery next door. We have
so you
coyotes.
and there's coyotes. Yeah. We've actually had coyotes running through the condos.
Yes,
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah. I walked out one time. There was one walking down the middle of the alley. I was like, okay.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Well, that was
Interesting
like
things.
the mountain lion that went through our neighborhood in Prescott.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, big sucker.
Oh yeah, those are nasty little guys.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he
yeah,
was,
they're not
Well,
happy.
he was sure pretty.
yeah, he was
Oh, yeah.
beautiful, but he was huge.
I know you just want to go up there and give them a little
Oh.
pet, and of course they'll just
Yeah.
eat your hand.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Anything else?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we have mountain lions near where we
Yeah,
live.
we had a guy killed by a mountain lion not that long
And,
ago, from just a few miles
Oh,
from where we
yeah.
live.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
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 Oh, no, I guess the one I'm familiar with is the one who got mauled. I guess he didn't
That's
die.
it.
Oh, okay, so he
That's
wasn't
it.
killed, but he was.
Well, there was a
Yes.
guy that was killed just
Yeah,
this
there
last
was a
year.
guy that was killed. He was bicycling,
Yeah, that's
Oh.
right.
and the
Okay.
woman he was bicycling with got or
She was attacked,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Yes.
Or
there's
maybe
been
it's-
several
it's-
different
Yeah.
attacks.
maybe
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, actually dying is sort of unusual, but yeah, it did happen fairly recently where somebody died out there. And then, yeah, but there's been several maulings and stuff, because, yeah, we're right up against the hills and stuff. out there.
and it's just like, oh God.
Yep. Well, that's what happens when you take their territory.
Yeah, that's right.
They're going to take it back.
Yeah, because we always kept saying, they were here first.
That's right.
After all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And, but our cat he's a Maine Coon, and they live forever. And he's about a pound of meat and about 15 pounds of fur. I mean, he's huge.
Yeah.
He's got this great big tail on him that's
Yeah.
got rings on it. That's why they're
Yeah.
called coons.
Oh, if you go on my website and you go to the Turkish stuff, the day we were at the place where Antony and Cleopatra met at Cleopatra's pool.
No, we weren't.
Yeah.
Cleopatra's pool.
Right, at Cleopatra's pool.
Not today.
Yes, dear. As a Pamukkale.
Thank you.
Okay, but anyway, you'll see on one of the days on there that we were at Cleopatra's pool and stuff, and there was a whole bunch of these cats and stuff around,
Oh, yeah?
and one of the cats was identical to
To
our
your cat?
It's like, what are you doing here? So you'll actually see the picture of our cat and that cat. I put the two of them on there side by side. So
About
you'll
the same
see our
size
cat.
and everything, huh?
Well, she was a little smaller.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, yeah, it was just so bizarre to go all the way to Turkey. That what's our cat doing here?
How did he get here?
Yeah. That was fun. But,
Well, she was another cat person, Cleopatra, right?
oh yeah.
As far
I
as
think,
I know.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She has to be.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, Bastet,
Yeah.
Bastet was the goddess.
Oh.
She was the cat goddess.
Yeah.
And,
Wow.
So,
Oh yeah.
Makes sense.
It was definitely a change for me. Raising dogs was definitely different than raising a cat. That's for sure. We used to have at one time we had 12 dogs. All at once. We had one Cocker Spaniel and 11 collies.
and what is it? Your last?
Oh well.
Your last?
Well,
collie?
we were good friends with Red Weatherwax, who was the trainer for Lassie, the TV show and stuff, way back in the 60s and stuff. And our dog, she had her pups, and so one of her grandkids was actually the last Lassie on the
Oh,
regular
really?
television show. Yeah.
Ooh,
So that was our great
celebrity
claim
dogs.
to fame. Yeah. It used to be so cool because as a kid, we used to go out there. I was a little kid and we'd go out and play with the dogs, and being there with the guy who trained the dog, he was like my hero at the time. So that was the first thing I ever wanted to do was actually become a vet. That was
vet.
my first love, but I couldn't stand the blood. No way I could ever put
Yeah.
down a
Yeah.
dog or
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
And now my sister, my sister ran a veterinary clinic, and the only thing I can
It's
think
not very
about.
glamorous, is it?
No.
Yeah.
She used to
Love
tell
the
me
idea of
that
helping them.
rabbits,
Yeah.
you can never tell a rabbit if it's a male or female until you cut it open. And it's just
Really?
like, yeah, there's no way.
Huh.
Yeah.
And if you're going to spay or neuter a rabbit, you don't know until you actually do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's like, ew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would you want to do that anyway?
Well, because they multiply
Rabbits?
so quickly.
Rabbits.
They're having too much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had my fun with rabbits. Yeah.
Yeah, your fun with rabbits was
Oh,
killing them.
oh, gee. Well, there.
Hunting them or what?
No, no. There was. I don't know if you've ever been up Highway 395. And up north, right about the point where the Oregon and California border is, and
Oh, I don't know if I can.
there's an
Yeah.
area up there. I was actually coming south because I was stationed at Fairchild, and I came down that way one time just for. I usually come down 5 or something, but I took this way to be different. It was a nice little drive. And you're driving through the upper Sierras and stuff, and then you come down out of the mountain, and there's this big wide plain, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning,
Oh.
and there was a full moon out there. It was really bright. It was a really bizarre area. And all of a sudden, there was like things on the road,
And they're all rabbits?
and they're all rabbits, and it was like a swarm. There were thousands of these.
Ooh, that's kind of creepy.
You couldn't get around it. I'm driving, and it's like, I'm trying to swerve, and there were too many of them.
Wow.
It was one of the freakiest nights I've ever had.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I don't like to kill things, but I was like, what am I going to do? Yeah.
Gotta go.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah.
And of course, he's the only person I know that has had the pleasure of killing a deer at
Vandenberg?
Vandenberg.
Oh, yeah.
On base?
I've had
Yes.
2 deer strikes on my car. Actually, 2 different cars, 2 different deer strikes.
Boy, that must have really
One was
damaged
up
your
on
car.
on 395, and I was just coming around a mountain road, and there were 2 deer in the middle of the road. Yeah, that was not fun.
Ooh.
And it just side glanced one of them, but it just took out the whole fender and stuff over there because I just turned
Yikes.
into it, so it sort of glanced off of it. And then
You don't turn into
well, it turned into I was going around the corner, and I turned even sharper, of course, so I tried to avoid them. And it's one of those things that's like, it was probably a mile or more down the road when the way the steering wheel was set up is my horns are on the steering wheel. I was at least a mile down the road before I knew that the horn was going. I was just down like this. All of a sudden it's like, where am I? Where am I? And then, we were on a convoy at Vandenberg going out for a launch. I wasn't even the first car in a convoy, and this deer walked right out in front of my car. Jeez.
and committed suicide.
Yeah, really. Oh.